So, Fat Man,
Well, Sleazy.
uh, are you guys going to be full on fed chills today?
Are you having a stroke? What'd you
Yeah.
say?
Let me try that again. Oh shit, we're live, pal. Are you guys going to be a bunch of fed chills tonight?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
That's actually next week, which I won't be on, so every match is going to be 5 stars. 6 of the Tokyo Dome.
probably. We'll talk about that on the wrestling show. Welcome, everyone. This is Sleazy.
Fuck Dave Meltzer. This is the Fat Man.
Welcome, everyone, to another wonderful episode. Today, we're talking AEW's latest offering, Full Gear. But first, let's give it up for the only gold medalist on the show, Mr. Heavy G. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for welcoming me. How are we all doing tonight?
I feel good.
I forgot my ring that Sleazy does not have. Sorry.
Wow.
My bad.
This is going to be forever.
My bad. Okay. It's on now. The show can now officially begin.
Well, motherfucker, let it begin then with AEW's Full Gear.
Did anyone watch the pre-show?
No.
Yes.
Huh?
Well, kind of.
Huh?
I had to check out 0 Hour for honestly one of the main events of the night. Okay, motherfuckers. You joke and
No.
laugh it up.
I'm laughing it up because it's true.
It is true because people came to the show for them. People watched for them. Third draw.
And then people didn't buy the pay-per-view after they saw them.
Maybe not. I'm not going to confirm nor deny that, but it put eyes on the product. They've been doing so much work promoting this show. And I have to give them props because not only did they do a great job promoting the show, promoting the appearance, the motherfucker actually got a decent match. They put together something really nice. Now, granted, the guy was a former worker. He hadn't been working like 20 years or something like that. But QT Marshall and him put something together. And it was pretty nice for what they got. And honestly, props out 100% to everybody involved. QT Marshall, the Boom guys, Costco guys, whatever you want to call them, the Rizzler, whatever. But in all reality, they did a great job. So I don't think anybody else has anything to say because I don't think anybody else watched it on the show.
I watched that match. I didn't watch the rest of the pre-show.
Well, who does? It's fucking
30 hours
long. Yeah.
It was an okay match for a house show, and I say that actually in a good way because it served its purpose. Like, you're not going to have a 5-star banger out of them, so it was decent.
Spoiler, it wasn't the worst match on the card, and that says a lot.
True that.
No. Okay. So, Full Gear opens proper with the Yo Dog, I heard you like tag team matches.
I do.
Oh, wow, he stole that bit from you. But it's Sleazy, it's okay because it was in a 4-way for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Private Party defends against the Acclaim, the Outrunners, and Kings of the Black Throne. 13 minutes and 25 seconds. Kent gave this the Mike Sanders.
Interesting. I gave it 3 stars.
Okay, there we go.
I'll start off. So spoiler. because Ryan's not on the show tonight for questionable reasons. I don't know, probably working, motherfucker who works, But
Honestly.
he beat me in the fucking scorecard. Okay, this motherfucker beat me in the scorecard.
So the guy who watches the product beats you in the scorecard? No.
Well, I'll get to why later on. But the reason why a lot of the things that I did worked well was because I was trying to think about it. And this was the exact thing that happened, except Private Party won instead of the Outrunners. But everything else I thought about that was going to happen in the match actually happened. Having the Acclaim basically finish up the breakup here. It's coming.
Yep.
I loved the Turbo Brody King spot where he's like hulking up and then Brody just steamrolls him right afterwards. Really good. But honestly, it was fine. Otherwise, there were a couple of spots here and there that were okay. I gave it 3 stars. Like I said before, it was an okay opener for a 4-hour show. I mean, they had to bring the house down from the main event of 0 hour.
Same rating piece of shit. The action was good, but of course, the ref. Like, Ryan's not here. He's like, you got to expect it from AEW. But it takes away. They're fighting all over. The first 2 minutes, you got tag. And then they fight all over the place for the rest of the 13-minute match. And then Brody Lee does a tag spot where he's like nowhere near the corner, right in the middle. And then the ref is all like, hey, he's not the legal man. You can't pin him. You've been doing counts the whole fucking match. And all of a sudden, now it matters that he's not the legal man? It takes away. I'm sorry, Ryan. It does take away from the match. It does. Like, if you're just going to let them go out there and do whatever they want, just fucking do it. Don't throw in these stupid spots about illegal tags. Honestly, it would have been better if they just fucking let them go out and do what they wanted to do. Fuck legal tags. That's fine.
Make it a tornado.
It just fucking takes away from the match. We're all like, tag, and then, tag on the middle of the rope that shouldn't have counted anyway, and then, oh no, you're not the legal man, so you can't pin him. When I've been counting the illegal man the whole fucking rest of the match, it's dumb.
He still gave it 3 stars though. Better than average.
The action was good. It could have been better. ABG.
Well, make it a sweep. I gave it 3 stars. I love the Kings of the Black Throne getting their performance, the theme song performed live. That was pretty cool. The whole Outlaws spot about pitting each other. That's when I think, if I remember correctly, that's when the Acclaim started bickering back and forth about who's going to get the pin and shit. I really wish the Outrunners would have won that match, but
Private Party's new to the tag team titles. Yeah. They were 100% winning this match.
Yeah,
the Outrunners are over with the fans, but I don't think there was. I don't think Private Party was going to win it or was going to lose this match.
I disagree. I actually think it would have actually progressed their story even better, that they just won the big one and then promptly lose it, especially if they weren't involved in the finish. Because I think it would have made it a more compelling story in that respect, because their very first defense was a defense that they didn't even lose.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like have the Outrunners pin the Acclaim.
Right. And that was part of the thing, is that the Acclaim could have broken up, the Outrunners take advantage, or Kings of the Black Throne take advantage. You know, it didn't really matter which way you did it, but having them set up in such a way that they lose their first, after making it finally after all these years, and they fucking lose, and they weren't even involved. You know, that I thought that's where they were going with it too. So, but that was just me.
Okay, we have MJF versus Roderick Strong, 13 minutes and 40 seconds. Kenton gave this 3 stars. Heavy G.
I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was a pretty good match. Again, the whole dissension thing now with the United Kingdom between Kyle and Adam. The only thing that I really don't get is all these different opponents that MJF's getting, and to me, I think they're just like almost like thrown together. Like, okay, we're just gonna throw him against him, throw him against him.
Well,
maybe it's because I don't watch the product. Maybe,
yeah. So the whole build-up was basically, because Adam Cole has the issue with
MJF, right?
And obviously Roderick Strong's associated with Adam Cole. Right. So like they had like two gauntlet matches. If they would have beat 3 opponents of MJF's choosing, they would face him at Full Gear. Roderick beat all 3 of his. Adam Cole didn't because of MJF. So they had to obviously go through the match. They're leading to MJF Adam Cole, obviously. They're building his yes.
Oh, 100%.
100%. So they're slow building it. They're not just going to do it which I like. So if this match isn't as random as you think it is, so I'm okay. I'm okay with him facing Roddy here to build the story.
If that's the case, does Kyle stay in Undisputed Kingdom, or does Kyle switch and go with MJF?
I don't know, and that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, I love that MJF tried to do the Panama Sunrise during the match. I think the aftermath to me was just as good as the match. Where he was trying to do the salt of the earth through the chair, and they all came down. So yeah, I thought it was a great match.
So the ending of it, we knew Adam Cole was going to come down in them, but they're like, well, that's just MJF slowly grabs a chair, slowly brings it in, slowly puts it on him, then does the thing, and then the Undisputed Kingdom comes down. Like, I know it's wrestling. I know I got to suspend my disbelief, but I'm nitpicking here.
Yeah, that could have been a little quicker.
Yeah, but it was what it was. As for the match, I agree with Cam. 3 stars. It was a good match. Nothing special. Like nothing special. Right Kid died for building the story. That's it. Like, that's basically it. Like, it wasn't like a banger. It was a solid match that needed to happen and to progress the story. So it served its purpose. Sleazy.
Wow. So I'm the lowest on the totem pole here. I actually gave it what John gave the first match.
The Mike Sanders.
The Mike Sanders, 2 3/4. I thought it was a fine match, but
fines are 3.
Well, I can't say. Well, what?
It was above average.
It was fine. No. I think the problem I have with it was that the finish for one was just, it was so abrupt that it didn't breathe. You know what I mean? It just like, it was literally done. He's already it didn't even register that
he was in a submission hold and then he taps. Yeah.
Right. And I kind of get why they did that, but in the same breath, you lost something from that because of it. MJF, consummate professional, obviously uber heel, number 1, working the fans while doing the match. Great. But yeah, the match was literally just a throwaway because we needed to progress the story for Adam Cole. The post-match was okay, cool, but we needed to put some screws in, I guess, because we needed dissension, because it's a 6-person group, I believe, if I'm counting correctly. I think
5.
Yeah, it's 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Taven,
Cole,
Roddy, Cole,
Riley,
O'Reilly, and Bennett. Okay, so 5. 5 and Maria.
Yeah.
I think that you have to kind of do that because otherwise you've got 5 people against MJF and he doesn't have anybody in his corner. He literally had to pay, a shit ton of money to get a third opponent for Cole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the kind of shit that he does, which that works for the story. But in terms of this, you have to show dissension because you have to show some sort of weakness within the group. Otherwise, fuck it,
Mhm.
So.
TBS Championship, Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander, 19 minutes and 25 seconds. Kenton gave this 3.5 stars. Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling enthusiast.
Fuck you guys. What the ever-loving fuck? I gave this 1.5 stars. This went way too long. They tried to make this a bigger, like a huge deal. They're both kicking out of fucking finishers left and right. And are you fucking kidding me? After all these finishers and trying to make this a big fucking deal, basically what ends up being a middle rope stun gun and a roll up is how this ends? Get the fuck out of here. Another example of Mercedes Moné just doing bullshit work here. And everyone knows it in this group. And I can't wait to hear at least one person justify this garbage. After you.
I will justify this garbage.
Yes, here we go.
This was the match she needed to have. Because her matches have been, as much as I love Sasha, her matches have been absolute fucking trash. This was,
nothing changed here.
In your opinion, this was her best match in AEW. That's not saying much.
No.
I agree with Cam. 3.5 stars.
God.
Again, I literally in my notes, after all the fuck you finishes, it ends with a roll up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I literally put that in my notes. She needed to have like a performance like this against a quality opponent, because you would think Britt Baker was a quality opponent. That match was garbage. They ain't no chemistry. Mm-hmm. They had good chemistry here, at least. I can justify it. It wasn't absolutely fantastic, but it was really good, in my opinion. Not great, not bad, really good. That's it. I mean, that's the best I can say for a Mercedes Moné match in AEW so far. And that's sad to say, but I'm justifying it, but also shitting on it at the same time. Like, I thought it was really good, but
you consider this. Well, I'm going to say this. You consider this the best match to this point.
To this point, yes.
Right.
Heavy G.
Okay.
I gave it 2.5. Interesting start that Camille was told to stay in the back after she's been her heat seeker. Or no, not heat seeker. That's not the right word. Her what's it called?
Her muscle.
Her
muscle.
Her heater.
Yeah.
I thought Statlander outperformed Moné in the match. I love her selling of the knee injury. It shows the potential of how good the women's division at AEW could be.
There you go. Emphasize the could.
Could be. Now, it wasn't an emphasis on, okay, this is our, it shows the potential. Like I said, 2.5.
If only there was just one woman in the match that was, a little bit better.
Marty, you could talk on the Facebook page and not fucking message me, you dick. I am taking notes as I'm writing down everyone's star rating so I can throw it in their face later. Again, like it. I don't want to call it a fine match. It was solid. It was really good, but again, it wasn't great. And I don't know. It's like she lost like 40% of her HP just going to AEW, and I don't understand it. It's like so weird.
It is the absolute job of an agent to accentuate positives and hide the negatives. And WWE does that in spades, and they always
So you're
have.
telling me that the agents of WWE are better than the agents in AEW?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that AEW stars, especially somebody who came from WWE, has a little bit too much creative control in their matches.
No, I agree.
100%.
Heyman Adam Page versus Switchblade Jay White. 19 minutes and 55 seconds. Ken gave this 4 stars. I'll start 3 3/4. I thought it was an old school match with good psychology, but again, the ref, like, all right, guys, come on, get back in the ring. Get back in the ring. 5 minutes of let's get back in the ring. Well, fuck it. Then the ref stands in the ring unless they go out there from their 5. Like,
You act like that this never happens in other promotions.
it
does. It does, and
it does.
Have we had this same fucking discussion about the ref's giving him a lot of leeway because it's a main event for the WWF Championship?
The main event for WWE Championship versus a worthless mid-card feud is a little bit different there, buddy.
Because it doesn't matter.
But also at the same time, at least the announcers are saying, well, they're giving a little leeway. AEW announcers, by the way, let's bring this up. They were god fucking awful Saturday night. I do not know. They were all drunk, it sounded like. It all sounded like they partied a little too much Friday night.
I will
probably
say,
during the day on Saturday.
You might be true on that. Okay.
Like, every one of them was just like fucking up everything. Especially Excalibur. We joke about how, Excalibur's going to win Announcer of the Year. He's really good. He's a really good announcer. This was the worst I've ever heard him.
I will agree there.
He was so bad. And then Nigel, he wasn't
I'm sorry.
bad.
I'll wait. I want to wait on this conversation a little bit because there's a particular spot that Nigel and Callis have. Not in the Fletcher Ospreay match, but I think it was the Takeshita match.
Yeah.
Where I'll spoil it now so we can just move on from this. But Nigel says a bit and Callis returns and it's fucking hilarious, but they kind of pan over accidentally to them and you see them all laughing their fucking asses off because they can't fucking keep it in. And it was that energy the entire night. They didn't give a fuck. And you could tell that they didn't give a fuck. And there's something to be said about that, to have that kind of energy on commentary, but it didn't come across well on
live. Yeah. Anyway, back to the match. I thought it was really, really good. Like, old school psychology. They sold well. The match worked. Little too long, maybe, but a nitpick, but I enjoyed it. Heavy G.
2.5. Really couldn't get into it.
What the fuck?
I couldn't. I mean, like I said, my ratings can be skewed because I don't watch AEW that often. To me, I mean, tweener versus tweener. Are these guys really heels? Are they baby faces? Was it a heel match?
Page is a heel. Page is 100% a heel.
Hey, Jay White?
Jay White's a tweener. You're right.
Okay.
Are you sure about that after the end of the night?
Not to the end of the night.
We'll talk about that.
Well, at the end of the night, it kind of made him look like a heel, didn't it? So, I mean...
Yeah, I granted the tax on the body parts, the specific body parts continue story was good. I like the counters. I just couldn't get into the match. 2.5.
For an old school wrestling guy, you couldn't get into this match.
I just like I said, it could be the fact that maybe it's because I'm not liking the new Adam Page. I don't know. To me, just, I don't know. It just didn't gel for me. Sorry.
Sleazy.
I fucking love this. Like a 4.25. Like I really, really enjoyed this. That final sequence to get them to the finish
Was excellent.
Excellent. Absolutely wonderful.
I agree.
love that shit. And once again, I was shocked by the finish too. I did not expect Jay to win again.
I didn't either, because he's beaten Adam Page like every time.
Right.
I expected Page to 100% win this match.
Absolutely agree. I was shocked. I liked the fact that Page was pissed afterwards and attacked him after the fact. I thought everything about this match was really, really well done. You are right about the ref. I will say that. I have to defend it a little bit, obviously, because once again, we've had this conversation multiple times, but the reality is this is what you get with AEW. Mm-hmm. And if you look at it from the confines of that, it was fine for what this match was. It needed to be this because I feel like they did a great job of wrapping their head around that lack of restriction.
I mean, I agree. I mean, they did a lot of, you say, fuck your finishes, but they did it with counters, though. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just like a straight kick out. So, I mean,
it's one thing to counter it. It's another to hit it definitively and then go 1, 2.
Pop up and no sell it.
Yeah.
Get another finisher. You no sell it again.
Okay, you might get me up to 3. You want me to get the 3-star seconds? Fine. Like I said, it could be the disconnect with me.
Roll up. Yeah. I know. And honestly, if that's how you feel about the match, that's fine. I totally understand where you're coming from in that perspective. Because if you can't get into a match like that, there's nothing that's going to save it for you.
Right.
Okay. Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher, 24 minutes and 15 seconds. John Canton gave this 4.5 stars. What was it missing? I'll tell you because I gave it the same rating. It was sloppy. There were some spots that were just... they were going a little too fast in a 24-minute match. But, yeah. But the ending, absolutely loved. Kyle Fletcher winning clean. That's what surprised me the most about this. Clean. I was expecting screwdriver no sell. I had to put that in Sleazy, but a screwdriver shot by Callis and Fletcher winning. He won clean. And I was just like, that's what surprised me. Fletcher winning didn't surprise me. Fletcher winning clean surprised me. I was like, holy shit. So, yeah, props to them. It was a little bit sloppy at times. Some spots were a little messed up. That's why I can't go 5 stars. Fuck you, Ryan. But absolute match of the night in a walk. Absolutely fantastic. Sleazy.
Am I looking at a bunch of AEW marks here? 3 3/4. What the fuck are you guys thinking here?
What?
Unbelievable.
He gives this match 3 3/4, but it's another Will Ospreay match, which was way sloppier, 5 stars.
This was Will Ospreay's worst match to date. And that's saying something.
To date in AEW?
In AEW, yes.
Okay.
Fair call out, but yes. First parts of the match was weirdly slow, but they were going way too fast. I will say Don Callis on commentary.
I miss him. I miss him so much.
Right?
He is so good. I missed him in New Japan. Him and Kevin Kelly. So good. So good. He
does a great... Well, I was going to say he does a great job of putting over opponents. You know what I mean? Like he's a lot of what I know and study when it comes to manager stuff, because obviously manager But him being able to put over an opponent well enough to say, this guy is fucking amazing. So when my guy beats him, he beat somebody amazing. And that's something that doesn't really register in a lot of managers' minds, because you still see it to this day where a manager will go, he ain't shit, he ain't nothing. Well, if your guy says he
ain't shit, you beat nobody.
Nothing. Yeah.
You have to build your opponent up to make your guy look like he beat someone.
And that's one of the biggest things that you miss a lot when you see that. Don Callis knows that very well. He knows how to do it expertly, because you could tell he's doing it in spots that are very, very measured.
Will Ospreay do an absolutely amazing spot. He's like, you know what? I never said Will Ospreay wasn't great. Never said it. He's absolutely fantastic. But my guy's better.
But he's the proto star. You know?
Yeah.
That being said, I don't believe in singles heel star Kyle Fletcher. I really don't.
I don't either. I really don't either. Mark Davis coming down at the end was predictable.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there wasn't a beatdown, but yeah.
Some of the notes of the match. Holy shit, Kyle almost dying if Will doesn't catch him coming out of the ring.
Right.
Like, holy shit. Stuff like that's not normal for a Will Ospreay. When you're saying a little bit sloppy here and there in other matches, this one, if he screws up a little bit more, Kyle Fletcher doesn't have a career. That's how sloppy this was. Okay. This goes beyond the other matches that you're talking about. Fuck your finish multiple times. The tombstones were definitely not necessary, especially the one on the steps.
Yep.
That was ridiculously dangerous. If he misses it a little bit, not only is the spot ruined, but you risk seriously injuring one or both people.
Yep.
I love the fact that they gave Kyle the brain buster. Love that. The match was good, but Will Ospreay's in broomstick territory at this point. You know, I dare say once again, this is Will's probably worst pay-per-view match to date. In AEW, still decently good. 3 3/4, still not a bad match. Will did everything he could to put him over. Even, like I said, even clean win for Kyle. Let's see where it goes. But right now, I don't believe in Kyle Fletcher.
I don't either. Just Will Ospreay doing the job for his buddy. Heavy G.
I gave it 4 1/4. You guys said everything to me. The one spot that I loved is Ospreay going for the Os Cutter and Fletcher turning it into a neck breaker. That was pretty cool for me. And I think the right kid died in this match. And like I said, I didn't think he'd go over. I didn't think Kyle would go over clean. I was waiting for something, and as you said, Ospreay is in broomstick territory now. Yeah, there are a couple spots there that impressed with, like you said. You guys have all said, especially the tombstone on the steps, like you said, Sleazy. But yeah, I mean, I can see maybe them doing more later on, possibly. But like I said, I thought it was a really good match. I almost gave it 5 stars. But like you said about the sloppiness in the beginning, fast but slow, 4 1/4.
So here are my star ratings for the first half of the show: 3, 3, 3.5, 3 3/4, 4.5. In my opinion, I'm gonna spoil this now. This show falls off a fucking cliff after this match. After the Will Ospreay match. TNT Championship. Jack Draper. Wait. Yeah, the segment.
Back it up, motherfucker.
I had it. I had the note here, and I didn't put it in, or I didn't say it. Sleazy, you talk about this.
Oh yeah, baby.
Because you're gonna jizz all over.
Oh God, yes. It was amazing. It was fucking amazing. Do you not understand how fucking great that was? That was the most. I can't even tell you how fucking great that was. It was masterfully done. That woman did a spin kick in heels and in that fucking dress and managed to nail that bottle like that. How fucking dare anybody say any shit about Mina Shirakawa after that? And once again, and I think I said this in the chat, I believe, maybe not in the chat, but having Mariah May be the one that stuck with the heel persona and not have Mina turn on her, fucking beautiful. Can't wait for the match. Gonna love every second of it. And of course, I need to go change my pants now.
Absolutely fantastic segment. Loved it. Did not need to be on the show.
Dynamite.
But then I wouldn't have been able to see it because I don't watch the product.
That's your problem.
Sorry. I love the segment. I really did. After I watched it, I went, that's a Dynamite segment. This show's already too long.
You're not wrong. And that's the thing. You're absolutely not wrong.
Way too long, needed shorten and faster. It just... It
didn't need to be there. You're 100%. I know. I understand it. I'm still going to gush all over it because I loved it.
Oh, I loved it too. I'm like, that was absolutely great. But
it was the last.
It could have been on Wednesday. It could have been on Wednesday night. Really fucking stupid. I don't know what that is. Champagne celebrate.
Oh,
a Dynamite segment on pay-per-view. Okay.
It's not really fucking stupid. It was great. It just didn't need to be there. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Whatever. TNT Championship, Jack Perry versus Daniel Garcia. 18 minutes and 25 seconds. Ken gave this to Mike Sanders. Overrating piece of fucking shit. The crowd was deader than Chelsea's nuts. This was the worst match on this show, and it wasn't even fucking close. 1 star, and I think I'm overrating it at 1 star. This was nothing. This was absolutely nothing. This match went probably 10 minutes too long. It was so bad. I'm glad Daniel Garcia won a singles title, but god damn it, that match fucking sucked ass. It was a nothing match. Nothing happened. I watched the Seinfeld of matches. Nothing happened during that match. Nothing. I can't tell you one fucking spot in that match because nothing happened. All I know is Garcia won, and I can't even remember how. That's how bad that match was.
You didn't like the message from his mom in the beginning?
What?
You didn't like the message from his mom in the beginning?
I don't remember.
I think that was fine. My biggest problem with the match is literally everything what just Fatman said. It was. I love Daniel Garcia. Okay, I love Jack Perry's character. They have no chemistry together. None. And I that was literally a match that happened in Newark, New Jersey on Saturday in November. 23rd. I don't even know what day it was. 24th?
23rd? 3rd.
I love the fact that Garcia won, obviously. Duh. Nobody bought it. Nobody thought he was winning. The crowd was dead throughout the entire thing. They thought this was a throwaway challenger for Jack Perry. They had no expectation that he was winning.
The only pop was when he won the title.
Right.
Throughout the whole match, the only pop
was a spot. There was a spot where Jack Perry did. Spoiler, by the way, for those who don't remember it, apparently. They had the whole bit with Daniel Garcia having to figure out if he was going to hit Jack with the title or not. Yeah. This what? What?
I don't remember that spot.
Exactly. Well, because it was not well done, honestly, and it didn't matter because here's the thing. It makes sense if the ref's not looking at you to have the moral dilemma of should I hit him or shouldn't I? Mm-hmm. But when the ref's looking at it, it's do you want the title or do you want to beat the shit out of him? Obviously, that's a no-brainer because you're going to be able to do it anyway. It made no sense in the moment that it happened. And I think there were a lot of pieces of that match where they were just off. They were wrestling two different matches there at one point. It made me feel. That being said, I love Jack Perry's entrance. It reminds me of a classic Wrestle Kingdom New Japan style entrance with the goat head and stuff like that. I thought it's great. I know he's done it on other shows, but this particular one, it just stood out more to me for some reason. But after that, then the bell rang.
Yeah.
I gave it, and I don't think I was as harsh as you. I gave it a 1.5 stars because I thought it was about on par with the Monet match.
Monet match was 100% better.
It was not.
It was 100% better.
It was not.
Heavy G.
1.5 stars.
Cool. Awesome.
I can't add anything to what you guys said.
Right. That's sorry.
The title spot, like you said, with him with the title, it reminded me of the Piper Bret Hart with the bell.
WrestleMania 8.
Right.
But
like you said.
But off of like Temu. Like it just
like you said, the difference was in that WrestleMania 8 thing.
The ref was bumped.
The ref was bumped. Exactly. It wasn't there.
And by the way, that was 1,000% better match than this. The crowd was at least into the WrestleMania 8 match. This match, the crowd was just like,
okay.
Yeah,
to be fair, no. I gotta stop you right here. We're talking the difference between Bret Hart and Roddy Piper and Daniel and Jack Perry. Okay.
Yes.
You get it, but okay, that spot, like you said, great. It matches the level of Jack Perry and Daniel Garcia. It was horrible. I just the most appropriate spot was when Perry put Garcia through the table and threw garbage on it. I don't know.
I forgot that spot even happened.
I don't remember. This is the only match on this card I don't remember a single fucking spot from.
Well, I just thought that was apropos because it was garbage.
Okay. Wow. International Championship, Konosuke Takeshita defends against Ricochet. 19 minutes and 15 seconds. Kenton gave this 3.25. I'm going to go with Heavy G first.
2.5. To me, the match was way too long. And it didn't seem like a typical fast-paced Ricochet match to me.
I have an answer to that, but I'll get.
Go ahead.
No. I was gonna. Finish your note.
It wasn't. And I forgot to say I disagree with you guys that Perry Garcia was the worst match, but I just, like you said, I like Takeshita, Takeshita, but
I like to take a shitta.
I was gonna like to take a shitta. I just match was. I expected more.
Okay. Yeah. Okay match for a house show. 2.5 stars. That was severely disappointing. I expected way more. It was a 19-minute squash match. Ricochet did nothing for maybe like all but 3 minutes of the match. He had offense. Takeshita was on offense for like the whole fucking match. He grounded Ricochet, which I guess that was part of the story of the match.
Yeah.
But you're taking away what makes Ricochet Ricochet. So
right.
I think I'm overrating it 2.5. I like I said, this should fall off a cliff after the Will Ospreay match, and I was expecting way more from this match. This one, I'm like, okay, here we go. They needed the breather between Ospreay and Takeshita. Okay, that's why. Okay, get this match. I'm all like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah, Avalanche Falcon Arrow was all right.
Yeah, I mean,
no one kicks out of the Falcon Arrow, which is hilarious because the person who always said that didn't say it. Shot. Yeah, which is hilarious.
Yeah,
think about it.
Yeah, but Yeah, they're disappointing. But all right, Sleazy's going to.
Ironically enough,
Yeah,
happy face.
really?
I mean, really.
I thought to be honest, I thought you'd go 3.5.
I
but-
went 3.
Oh, okay.
But for basically everything you just said, I was really interested in how this was going to end because Ricochet right now is in very dangerous territory because he really hasn't made an impact outside of having the Will Ricochet redo.
Yeah,
Right?
that's it.
That's it. And that was even fucked up. That wasn't even a full match.
No.
But you also can't have Konosuke lose here because this was his first AEW international title defense.
Yep.
That was in AEW. He did 2 others, but one was in Maple Leaf and one was in New Japan.
New Japan, yep.
So this was his first actual title defense on AEW TV. You can't have him lose.
No.
So what do you do here? Well, apparently you pull the WWE card and you make Ricochet lose after doing nothing with him. You know, it's just like I love Ricochet. I really do. I think he's an elite performer. Ha ha ha. But legitimately, he's one of the top guys of the entire world. You know, he's in that level with Will and everybody else up there in terms of high flyers. You know, he's got it. But once again, they're utilizing him in this very strange spot where, yeah, he's putting over Takeshita here, but what do you do with him? You've already lost the luster with him, and I'm very concerned about where he goes from here.
No, I agree. Yeah, it's going to. He's got to start racking up wins against quality opponents. Like I don't like it when people say, "Well, wins and losses don't matter." They do, though. If you lose enough in a row to enough people, they matter. Like I always bring up Sheamus winning Money in the Bank. Lost, wins Money in the Bank. Lost, cashes in, then loses a month later. He has no credibility as being the champion.
Right.
If
he looks exactly
all the time.
He looks like he got lucky twice.
Yes.
Not, oh my God, he's a good performer.
Yeah.
Or he's a good wrestler. No, he got lucky twice.
He got lucky twice.
He got up a ladder once when nobody else was around, and then cashed in on an opponent that was obviously fucked up to a point where he didn't have to beat him in a full-on match.
Yeah.
Right.
And then when he had a full-on match, he lost.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean.
I don't like. To me, when WWE picked up Ricochet, I'm thinking, oh, all these, all the stuff I've seen about him on the indies, like PWG matches and stuff like that. And then,
am I going to bring the? I'm going to be the one who brings it up. Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Prince Puma.
Here's a great one.
Prince Puma versus what was Strickland's name in fucking
Killshot?
Killshot.
Thank you.
That was fucking phenomenal. Here, I want to bring this up. He worked PWG so many times, right?
Yep.
Excalibur.
Yep.
Doesn't even call the Benadriller.
They were drunk.
They had to have been. Like, the calls that they were missing left and right. But that was a glaring one, in my opinion, because I was like, wait, he didn't call it the Ben. Ricochet with that amazing maneuver. What?
Or they were sniffing the fumes of garbage in New Jersey.
That might be true. That might actually be true.
Hey, they might have been with.
I wouldn't necessarily say that here. If you've ever been to Newark, New Jersey, you understand.
Well, that's true. But it's sad to see how, to me, Ricochet's talent is being wasted.
Yeah, to
an extent.
Yeah.
It could be so much of a bigger star instead of just being the jobber all the freaking time.
He should go to WWE where they respect guys like him.
Okay, Mark. Bobby Lashley versus Swerve Strickland, 13 minutes, 35 seconds. Kent gave us 3.5.
I would like to go last on this.
Okay. I was actually going to do you last on this, actually. Heavy
Good.
G, go ahead.
1.5 stars. Hated it. Well, we got the Hurt Business 7.0 now in AEW. I just whole thing sucked. Move on.
Wow.
It was an okay match for a house show.
Overrated piece of shit.
I don't I don't know, man. Literally, I put in my notes. I don't know, man. It was
Get him off my screen. Fuck him.
I don't. I mean, Lashley's going to win. He's getting paid a lot of money to go there. Swerve Strickland's lost a couple pay-per-view matches. He's starting to lose momentum too. If this doesn't lead to Swerve Strickland eventually joining them, then I don't know what's going on here. Match was okay. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Just it was just there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure. Join up MVP with the cane, a washed up Sheldon Benjamin, and an overrated Bobby Lashley. Oh, that's gonna do wonders for Swerve's career.
It did do a good job though of like people who are new to Bobby Lashley. They got the iPhone spear that he stole from Moose.
iPhone.
Thank you. And then the hurt lock they put it in. So they did a good job of building up the moves. He had to get over, the Prince not on attack. This feud's gonna continue because of the attack on Nana. It's going to advance, which is fine. Just the match was just there. It was just there. So, Sleazy.
I'm glad to be able to say this because I expected somebody to bring it up and they didn't. Every single person in that ring was black, including the ref.
Oh, ref, yeah.
And I wanted to, I say that for a very specific reason. I'm sure it was intentional, but the important thing is they didn't make a big deal about it at all on commentary. In fact, they didn't even say anything on commentary. And I want to point out that this is what I mean when I say it matters when it happens frequently enough to not matter when it comes to representation. I talk about this a lot in women's wrestling because that's obviously me. That's who I am. But black representation's always been at a low level in general. And seeing guys like Swerve and Bobby do a great job here matters a ton. That being said, it was an okay match. This match should not have happened here. Okay. And I will start by saying that because I feel like that they needed to do a better job of showing off Bobby before Swerve met him.
No, yeah. Building Bobby up.
Yeah, they need to do that.
They're rushing the feud.
Exactly. 100% agree there. And I think the match suffered because of it because they couldn't intentionally do a lot of the things that they want to do because they don't want to have the banger match be the first match that they have together because obviously they're going to do another one. Mm-hmm. So then they're left with this because this has to be by definition not great because they don't want to spoil their own fucking feud. So it's strange. But that being said, I gave it a warm bowl of water. Okay, match for our show as well. Bobby Lashley desperately needs MVP. Okay, we've already talked about that because it's his sole asset is his strength. And I swear to God, Bobby Lashley has zero chemistry when it comes to talking, but in the ring, he's a fucking monster. And I've not addressed this when he was doing this in WWE, but I'm going to address it right now. That motherfucker MVP stole my fucking gimmick.
Fuck you.
No, you don't ever wear a fucking suit. I wear a suit and a cane to the ring. Go fuck yourself. Both Fatman and MVP.
The only reason you had a cane because I was walking with one.
First of all, no.
Yes.
Second of all,
that's why you give me 10% of your 4 pennies.
Holy shit. Give Bobby Lashley a fucking towel.
He always
There was
sweats.
one spot. There was one spot that Swerve did with him that it was I think it was the DDT spot on the apron where he slipped out
Almost
and
fucking
killed him.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. He was sweating worse than me watching a Stardom match.
That's saying something.
He was sweating. He was sweating worse than Sleazy sitting down.
I peeled an orange, but that was an hour ago.
Okay.
Doing that from Kevin James, cocksucker.
See?
Man.
Somebody got it. Somebody got it. Good one. That was his first special, too.
Main event. Speaking of Orange, AEW World Championship, Jon Moxley defends against Orange Cassidy. 19 minutes and 20 seconds. Kent gave this 3.5 stars. It was good, but nothing noteworthy. I love Orange Cassidy, but there was no way Jay Briscoe's winning the ROH World Title.
Yeah.
No spot he did in that match where it was a near fall. I thought he was going to win. The fans in the crowd didn't buy any of it either, which sucks because he is such a good performer and he deserves the spot he's in. He deserves a world title one eventually. Just right now, they're doing this Moxley angle.
Yeah.
3 stars. I mean, it was a good main event. It wasn't great. It wasn't spectacular. I'm not going to go back and rewatch it. Best match of the second half of the show in a walk, but other than that, I mean, nothing really noteworthy here. And even the aftermatch was
a car crash.
Yeah,
weird.
I think we should literal car crash. I want to separate the two, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
because I want to talk about the match separately from the post show.
Go ahead, Sleazy. Then
I love Orange. I really do. You know this. Everyone here knows this.
Mm-hmm.
My issue is this: Orange Cassidy was set up here to fail.
Yes,
100%. They spent weeks on TV making him look like he had no chance against Moxley, and then they had the match, and he had no chance against Moxley. Literally every single home spot they had did not look great. They spent most of the feud or most of the match just making him look like shit throughout all of it. And then we get to the actual finish and like it was a fine match. No, it wasn't even a fine match. It wasn't even a fine match because I gave it an okay match for a house show.
Wow.
2.5 stars. I think they did a great disservice to Orange Cassidy here. I feel like they threw somebody in there that should not have been in there at this point, especially considering the way the feud happened. I think they should have, you know what I honestly believe they should have done? They should have Pillmanized Orange before he started the match and stretchered him out.
Yep.
Because anything else after that fell into this bucket. Because if you just stretcher him out, he still looks okay. Mox looks like a fucking monster because he's a fucking monster.
Right.
And yet he still gets to have the title. We still get to do the feud. We still even get to do the post-show feud or post-match feud too.
Right.
For the segments. So that's it for me for the match itself.
Okay, Heavy G.
2.5. Orange actually bled first, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Blood Orange.
Wow, Blood Orange. Look at you.
I'm on top of this shit tonight. I'm in.
How the hell does he know fruit? Anyway.
Right?
I mean, most fruit isn't. Well, here's the thing. Most fruit isn't green, so he'll probably eat it.
Yeah, true.
Maybe. Kind of healthy.
If he sees kiwi, he runs. So he's trying to look at what he's drinking.
I
wasn't sure if this had the kiwi was the one with the kiwi in it or not. It doesn't taste like it.
Like you said, Orange Cassidy was. You knew he wasn't going to win this match, and it reminds me of the NWO with all the outside interference, and then Pac and Fabio come down, and you always forget about Yuta fucking Wheeler. You hate to say that, but you're thinking, oh, he's gonna do it, and then, oh, that's right, Yuta's here. Shit. and then boom. I mean, yeah, it's okay, but like you said, if you're gonna do all that to Cassidy, bust him up, bleed him up, do the carry out thing like you said, and just have Mox, like you said, Moxley in the group just look like a not medieval, a more aggressive, violent style, or the Horsemen. No one got the flair, and they would beat the hell out of him. Look what they did to Ricky Morton.
Who was also wrestling that night too, by the way.
Yeah,
just on a different show. Wrestled 2 matches.
Ricky, okay, well, was never mind. But how they did that with his face and everything else. That's what it feels like. I mean, okay, if you're gonna do that, then don't put Orange Cassidy where it's gonna make him look bad.
All right, Sleazy, let's go to the post match.
I'd like to actually hear Heavy G's thoughts on this, if you don't mind.
The post match?
Yeah.
I thought, I mean, of course, Darby Allin's going to come in and crash a fucking car.
Right.
But I like, I mean, it's Darby Allin. That's when he comes in and just, all does that make the faces and everything. I'm looking forward to seeing Allin and Moxley go at it. Just do like
man, they better have a death match, and one of the motherfuckers don't die, and ain't no goddamn death match.
Thank you.
I would love to. I mean, I would. What was it? The Cage of Death in CCW.
Mm-hmm.
Like something like this. Something. Come up with something.
Bring back the Triple Cage from WCW.
Oh, I'm not going to go that far. You could do what the hell was the Abyss match? What was it called?
Monsters Ball.
Monsters Ball. Something.
Ooh.
But you need to come up with something. I don't want to say extreme, but something that has never been done or seen with these two. That's just going to be absolutely violent. Moxley can get the blood he wants. You can put Darby Allin through 15 plates of glass with barbed wire wrapped around them and shit. Do whatever. But that match, I think, would be awesome.
Well, if I'm bitching complaining about Paige and Swerve, they're going to do something in that match, or I'm going to be like, no. What a clusterfuck of a post-match this was. And it made no fucking sense. Like, Christian coming down. Okay, the whole thing is John Moxley doesn't like how AEW's become. So, Christian coming down with his contract, which is money in the bank. But then they're all like, but he has to sign the contract first. What? So whoever holds that little freaking clipboard is that what? Okay.
Yeah. Sign it, walk into the fucking ring.
Right. News to me. Like I don't get. He has to have a pet in his trunk to fucking sign. Like I don't. I'll sign it.
Where the fuck is my pen?
I'm over your body now. I'll sign it. Then I'll cash in, and then I'll like what? And then have Jay White come down. Was it Jay White or was it Paige first? I can't remember. Paige coming down.
No, Paige was first.
Paige was first, and then Christian Cage comes down.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Paige and Cage.
Yeah, and then
Paige, Cage, White.
Yeah, so then
you gotta have a fucking diagram to figure out what happened.
So if they all want the AEW title, and Moxley has a stranglehold over it, wouldn't you think it'd be easier just to let fucking Christian cash in, win it, and then go after him? Then AEW's like, I know they want to prolong this Moxley feud. I get it, but like, what are you doing? It makes no sense.
I'm going to break it down a little bit further for you.
Okay,
ready?
Break down the little nonsense to me.
The literal nonsense that happened.
Okay.
First of all, we have Superface Adam Page come out and save Orange Cassidy by beating the shit out of Moxley. Then you have Superface Christian Cage come out.
Okay, so in
No,
I'm not
done yet.
No, sarcastically, they're two heels. So go ahead.
No, but they're not because they're cashing in on the ultimate heel, John Moxley. So they're faces.
Okay.
Okay? Bear with me here, okay?
Okay.
So Paige not happy about it, but you can do whatever you need to do. I'll go to the back. Fuck it. Then get stopped by fellow man-in-arms, Jay White, the super heel that loves fucking John Moxley, to stop the super face of Christian Cage from cashing in while they all go fuck off into the back. What?
Programs. Get your
What?
program.
Holy shit! What the? That's why I was joking earlier when we were talking about the Paige J. White thing. Is who is the fucking face? Who's the heel? We don't fucking know. You can claim that Paige is the heel, but he's not. Look at what happened here. He saved one of the biggest faces in the company, in Orange Cassidy.
Yeah,
that's not a heel. That's a face.
Yeah.
And what is Christian then? If he's trying to cash in and is friends with the face, or at least begrudgingly okay with what happened. See what I mean? Now, we've joked a lot about this on the show, and Fatman usually has a fucking aneurysm every time we talk about it. But this is the reason why you have faces and heels. Because then you have weird shit like this that happens that nobody really knows who to cheer for or boo, because we don't really know where the story's going. And for fuck's sake, it's indie house show mentality once again. And we're 5 years into this fucking company. We need to have a little bit more definition at this point. Because otherwise you have matches like Garcia versus Jack Perry where there's no heat on the match. And you have matches like Jay White versus Adam Page, which work well because they mesh well, but you don't know who you're cheering for. So you get not a great crowd reaction when one of them wins. So there it is. That's my fucking
So it's just
shitty ass.
And then Darby Allin comes out and
that whole thing, I don't even want to know about that. I am not looking forward to Darby Allin versus John Moxley because you know me, that man wants to fucking die in the ring, and John Moxley might be the guy that does it.
So I think, you know where I think this is leading? I think this is leading to
War games?
I was going to say
Stadium Stampede?
Yes, Stadium Stampede
God.
is what I was going to lead at.
Fuck me.
They're in Orlando. Do it at the Citrus Bowl. Like, why not? Like, that's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. Like, but then that makes no sense because you have Jay White and Adam Page on the same team, even though they fucking hate each other.
Right.
But they're doing it because question mark.
Why don't you fucking add Swerve to the team too?
And then you have fucking. So how many people are there? There's Moxley, Yuta.
Claudio.
There's four. Claudio. There's four. And
they
then
probably put Marina in there too.
And Maria. So then you'll have Orange, Darby. Mm-hmm. Then you got to have Jay and Page. So, that leaves Christian to be all like the Christian thing. I can kind of be like, okay, he just wants the world title. It doesn't matter if he's AEW or NWO Wish. Like, he just wants to be the world champion. Right. That I buy. I'm like, okay, that makes sense to me. He's a heel. It doesn't matter if he's a heel or a face. He's cashing in. Whatever. Page and Jay White make absolutely zero sense to me. Like, that's the one where I'm all like, what the fuck is going on? So, I don't.
It makes more sense if Page is nowhere near him.
Right.
But they weren't.
No.
They interacted with each other, and that was the problem.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with all of this is that you probably are right. They're probably going to end up doing a Stadium Stampede show or match. But you're also you're going to have Mox Darby, right? That's the point here. But the problem is, where do you do this? You've got World's End in December, right? You've got Fight for the Fallen, which is the first like max.
That's January 1st.
Right, but that's the first.
Right. That's a dynamite. It's a dynamite.
Right. So you're not going to do that. What is there? The Grand Slam is February.
Which I have some news on that. We got to wrap up here soon. But like,
oh Jesus, yeah. We've gone long because of AEW.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the show was 4 hours long. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is. But you got Grand Slam in Australia, and then what? They don't even
Revolution.
Is it Revolution or is it
Revolution?
Double or Nothing?
No, Revolution in March at Staples Center.
Okay, so when are they doing this match?
It's got to be either at the first Dynamite or at Grand Slam.
So they're going to prolong the one-on-one match till March. Oh, great! That's 4 months.
If the story's good enough, they can do it. I've been saying AEW needs a story to hook people in. If they can prolong and slow burn this, it could be great. Could. Or it could just fucking flame out and they're just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
But
I will be cautiously optimistic and just leave it at that.
Well, speaking of Grand Slam, apparently they're thinking about moving it to a different venue because the 50,000 seat stadium, they've only sold 5,000 tickets to. So not as good as I thought. I mean, which sucks. I mean,
yeah.
It really does suck. I wish they would sell that place out just to be like, hey, listen, this is what we can do. Again, as much as I bash AEW, I want them to succeed. So that sucks. We talked about the broken foot. What else here do we have here? Oh, Xia Lisa. Same with TNA.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm happy to see her fall in a place that will appreciate her.
They wrote Jade Cargill off with an injury. Apparently she is legitimately injured. I don't know what her was the reason she got knocked out storyline wise. I'm not sure what the injury actually is, but that's why.
Is that why they're pulling Bailey into it?
I think so. Yeah, because she's hurt. Nikki Bella got divorced officially. Cool. I mean, she was in an abusive relationship, so that's good for her.
Yep.
Should have stayed with John.
Haha, look at that.
At least you wouldn't have been able to see him.
Kylie Ray announced as the latest WWE ID signing. That's very interesting.
That was kind of shocking to me, honestly.
Very shocking.
Because of all the people that would have signed something like that, her? Like, I would have expected the ID thing to be more of, I hate to be this asshole, but up and comers, and Kylie Ray is not an up and comer. She's pretty established.
Yeah. And I do believe that is it.
Heavy G, put yourself over.
You can catch me and the Hall of Famer Fatman on the Best Darn Sports Show, period 2, coming up in 5 minutes time. My Cowboys got to win. Yahoo!
Lucky.
Talk about basketball, baseball, a lot of things going on in Tampa Bay that's not really that good. We're going to go over our defensemen for our all-time hockey team and much, much more coming up in 5 minutes time on the Best Darn Sports Show, period.
Are you guys going to talk about the best concert that ever happened after a Thursday night football game?
Huh?
No?
What?
Huh?
No?
Huh?
What concert?
I know what he's talking about. He's talking about the fight in the stands.
No, not at all.
What are you talking about?
Oh my God.
I don't watch football to watch concerts. I watch football to watch people get CTE.
That might be true, but no. For the first time ever, a K-pop group did a concert after Thursday Night Football. And twice. Probably my favorite K-pop group of all time. News
We're
to
at,
nobody.
we're at all the wrestling shows on the internet.
We just lost.
Well, I would ask you, but you don't have a fucking Twitter. But I'm at TWS Sleazy,
Hi.
and we are Sleazy Fatman. You know what? I'm going to make the fucking call now.
Alright.
We're technically on X, but I'm giving that account away to Dietz. Dietz is going to manage it because he's also on X. But I'm not posting anymore on X personally. So you can't find me on X anymore.
I haven't been on it in a
You
while.
don't barely use fucking social media anyway. But we
True.
are on Instagram Threads. We're on Blue Sky. We're on TikTok. Please like and follow us on there. Find our videos at twitch.tv/SleazyandTheFatman, youtube.com/SleazyandTheFatman. Premium content on that. OnlyFans, baby. At onlyfans.com/TheWrestlingShow. Like and subscribe on your favorite platform. And please click that notification icon on YouTube. So when we go live for this show or for After Dark, which spoiler, it's coming up soon. I'm not going to say when because I don't think we've announced it. But when we go live, you'll be notified. Explore more content in thewrestlingshow.com, including articles, merch, and so much more. We'll have a little surprise on that as well coming up in the future times. So with a thanks to Heavy G, and as always, for Sleazy.
For the Fat Man.
This is the Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
Fuck Dave Meltzer. Fuck Tony Khan and his alleged coke habit. A hot dog's not a sandwich. A sub is not a sandwich. A burger is a sandwich. Burritos and tacos aren't sandwiches. No, it's not. I will fucking die on that hill. You winning pieces of shit. Next week will be Survivor Series, which I will not be on. I'll get Sleazy my notes, which now every match will be 5 stars.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun.